Right. All right, guys, we're back. Episode 6, Game Recognized Game Podcast. We got Justice, CJ, Toss the Sauce in the building as well with some cool art. Look like you're in a different part of your apartment this time.
You know how I do.
All right.
I'm all about the art. Everybody knows that.
There it is. All right, just so you guys know, as always, we're talking about the game of life, business, relationships, and just sort of winning in general, mainly with current events. But we do have the Patreon. We'll get into some more juicier topics, keep it a little bit more controversial, give you guys that raw, unadulterated opinions of how to actually win and not mess up like some of these other people out here are doing in life. So let's just jump right into it, man. CJ, Toss, you guys have anything you want to jump into right off the bat?
CJ, you want to go first?
You can go ahead. I mean,
I want to, I'm somebody that respects hustle, and shout out to all the strippers out there, man. They don't get a lot of credit, The reason I say that is because stripping is a hustle too, you know what I mean? And when you think about it, like a lot of chicks don't want to be a stripper because they think of it as like a demeaning type of thing to do. But think about it. What's so demeaning about it? Like who's getting hurt? You know what I mean? If anything, it's like a very it's noble to a certain extent, Tell me if I'm wrong here.
Did you just go to
Did
you just go from Magic City?
I wish. I mean, I'd be going there for the food, but
you just come back from Rhinos?
I'll put it like this, man. As somebody that's in a line of work,
that room of paradise.
Look, man. See, people like you, you're just gonna look at the stripping profession from a very archaic perspective. Okay, I'm looking at it as somebody that's also in a line of work that requires hustle and risk. Okay. Because strippers put themselves out there. I put myself out there, knock a door. Maybe I get a deal. Maybe I don't. Strippers, they gotta go like an extra length. They gotta talk to some creep or talk to like somebody, invest all this time, and they're talking to some dude, and it seems promising, and then that dude just ends up bouncing. He just got a free conversation out of it, and she goes up there. Now she's dancing because she thought the dude was going to pay for a song, and the dude doesn't pay for the song. He's talking to another stripper. So it's already competitive within that small, area. There's just a lot of variables that strippers got to go through. Reason I say that is because I actually took an Uber today after a long time, and person that was driving me was also a stripper. So shout out to all the strippers out there. I feel the struggle. Also to all the adult workers out there. That's a little bit more of a risky line of work. I mean, shit, man. That right there is a dice roll.
So, man, there's so many ways to take this. Number one, first question in my mind is like, why doesn't she have an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Question two, though.
It's 2020. It's 2020. Come on.
Yeah, so this
lady,
the fact that she doesn't have an OnlyFans, lets me know what kind of category to put the stripper in.
Yeah, to be honest, if you don't have an OnlyFans, it's like, and you're in this profession, it's like, okay, you can't afford you can't afford to put the stuff together. Like, you can't afford a camera, you can't afford the laptop, so you're just trying to do it the cheap way, which is, okay, come here live and let these people can actually, which is, I get what you're saying. They're putting themselves in the line of, danger. But hey,
I don't know if she has an OnlyFans.
Jay's point too.
She might have an OnlyFans. I never asked.
Well, I'm just saying.
If you got you're not doing both.
Yeah, exactly,
whoa,
bro.
Whoa, hold on.
She actually enjoys it though. That's the thing. She likes the whole like, you know.
I do know a girl who had both, but it wasn't like, oh, I do both. It was just like at a point in time, she had it because it was some extra money, but then she stopped. Sure, the stripper thing does more. I think the stripper thing is more reliable and does pay more if you're good.
Well, but the thing is, you made a valid point though, because it's like, it's a quarantine. You know what I mean? Like, it would make sense to stay home and just do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So
if OnlyFans were profitable, you ain't doing Uber, bro.
Yes, that's the thing there. Because the chick I know, like the stripper thing it's reliable. You get the money. There's no, you gotta wait like a couple days. Like you get it like the same night. Like OnlyFans, and they take a percentage. So that's the reason she was like, I prefer stripping in, you know. So
yeah, there's always a clientele too. There's always gonna be a clientele. I mean, even during the quarantine, you know what I mean? There's gonna be people out there that, you know, they gotta, you know what I mean? Somebody's dealing with a messed up marriage, somebody else going through depression, somebody else is.
Yeah, she's still getting booked, like music videos, Vegas stuff. So
CJ's
that
stripper that he's talking about, I already know what kind of category she's in too.
Yeah, it depends what kind of. Yeah. If you're talking about like that, like then yeah, it makes sense.
I don't even have to look at this girl. I already know how to rank her, just by his description.
See, this particular person is, you know, the reason I admired her is because she's a marketing aficionado. Okay, now her Instagram is pretty well utilized. I didn't see an OnlyFans link on there, but I did see a lot of like. Okay, well, here's the strategic aspect of it. Okay, it's just not her showing her rump on there. Now she uses her rump to attract initial attention, but then within the description, there's a bunch of other things that she's, you know, that she's marketing.
Take that seriously? Could you take that seriously? Like someone trying to be professional, but at the same time uses their body sexually in a way to seduce or attract people to be like, oh, let me see what she's about. Would you take that person?
It's not about being professional or whatever. It's just the thing that I admire is just somebody that's able to make it work. Somebody that's able to make it work and able to make a living off of it. I don't care about professionalism. I mean, when I go to work, I'm supposed to be professional and wear like a uniform and stuff. I don't do that. I go to work with my Jordans on. I don't care, but I know I'm the best at what I do. So I admire like her confidence in the way that she goes about it. Okay. Will I ever pay for a dance? No. I'm not going to do that. But will I ever, you know, entertain the possibility of, you know, a business partnership down the line? Maybe. If she wants to plug in my security services on one of her posts. She does. Because, you know, people that go to the strip club, some of them are homeowners too. You know what I mean?
She's not about that life. She ain't about that. But question for you,
though. How old is this
person? How old is she?
She's in her mid-30s.
I knew it. That's one of the other reasons I was going to say, too, why she doesn't have an OnlyFans. Too old to know about technology. That's another reason. So
it's not that she's too old. It's probably because she's just like,
nah, bro.
Thinks of it as too much of a drag. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you guys this. Hold on. Let me just ask you guys this one simple question. CJ, you guys are probably a little younger than me, right? So you guys are probably like 26, 27?
Like about 1 year.
Okay. Do you guys actively use TikTok?
Yeah, that's a good point. I was just going to say.
Okay, but your little sister and my little sister, they probably do, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, the older you get, the less likely you're going to be, like, in tune with the technology.
An older lady who has an OnlyFans, yeah, I'd be into that. I'm not going to get the OnlyFans, but it just lets me know, like, you know, it lets me know, like, okay,
she's not up on game on that new school technology. That's what I'm saying. So you're giving her all this admiration and stuff, and I'm like, based on what you've told me, she hasn't impressed me at all. I'm like,
I mean, look, I'm putting myself in her shoes, because if I would totally be a stripper if I had, you know, if I had the assets of being a stripper, no pun intended, I would totally do it.
No, bro.
That's easy money. That's just a matter of like how you market yourself.
That magic mic.
Nah, man, that's dangerous, man. Dudes doing it? No, bro. I mean, there's going to be a good amount of, like, older women in there, but then there's going to be a good amount of, like, you know, I just don't, yeah. No,
The type of women who go to Magic Mike's on a regular are not the girls you want to be messing with. But anyway.
I appreciate those women, man. I appreciate those.
We know.
Hardworking,
hey,
hardworking.
We know about you, man. You be walking a thin line.
Those hardworking mothers. I respect that, man.
Sugar mamas. But Toss, it sounds like you're sprung, bro. Because this girl, in my opinion, hasn't impressed me at all. Because there's different levels of strippers, in my opinion.
That's a hell of a leap.
Honestly, like I don't want to talk about this on here. This is more of a Patreon topic. I'm gonna try to keep it as clean.
This is pretty good.
This is pretty good business-wise. I'm not talking about like you.
No, I know that. But even business-wise, you're mistaken on this. I've been to strip clubs. We have one up the street from my house, and sometimes there are some older girls there. And when you start to hang out in strip clubs enough, you start to realize, okay, just like a salesman, there's strippers who are actually good, and there's ones who are like, oh, I'm just doing this for extra cash on the side, blah, blah, blah. And they're not really good. Because I'm like, dude, if you're really about your money, why are you talking to me so much? Why haven't you moved on yet? You know I'm not. You know you're not my type. You know I'm not gonna spend money on you.
Okay, look, dude. Okay, so you're kind of speaking. So I get it. You're trying to be the contradictory person here. I get it. You always gotta do that. You always gotta be, you know, the opposite and disagree with everything I say. And I get it. It's all good. But you don't understand how the context of this conversation even began. Now, when I was in this Uber ride, I could have totally been like, you know, put my earphones on and just, you know, just totally just close off. But I thought, you know, I'm a conversationalist. I was like, you know what? This is a 20-minute drive. I'm not just going to stay silent the whole time. And I said, you know, hey, how's your day going? And it just went on natural. She wasn't trying to market herself. She was just speaking. It just naturally went toward, you know, because what you just said right now, strippers, they're basically selling themselves. I know that sounds bad, but I'm also selling myself as well. So there's sort of like a camaraderie there that we were kind of vibing off of, okay? When you say sprung, it sort of, you know, points it towards a different direction. I'm just, platonically speaking, I respect the hustle. Anybody that has any sort of hustle, I respect it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're coming off, I guess maybe earlier you came off like you were super impressed, and I'm like, no, I like strippers too. Like I respect.
I didn't say I was super impressed. I just said I admired it.
Yeah, and I felt like there was nothing there. There was nothing special to really like admire. I'm like, okay, she's a girl who's selling her body well to men.
Yeah, you interpreted it a different. You're a hard person to please, apparently. You got high standards.
Not that impressive.
Any ladies listening to this right now? Hey, man, you better make sure you're, you know.
Now, what's impressive? Hey, CJ, back me up on this. There's some strippers. You know, it's one thing to listen to a stripper girl talk about, yo, I'm about this life, blah blah blah. It's another thing when you're there. You know, you're on the stage, smoke is going, the weekend's playing, and this girl is like picking up dollars with her butt cheeks and like doing the splits upside down with a handstand and like climbing the pole with one hand and whatnot and descending back and forth. Now I'm impressed, bro. And she sold me on getting the upsell dance and stuff. Now I'm
okay, dude. This was a conversation, right, okay? This was a conversation. All right, I didn't have nosebleed tickets. Okay, this was just a conversation. I don't know what she's capable of. She wasn't trying to oversell herself. She didn't go into like, you know, oh, I could do this, I could do that. I can tell when somebody's trying to sell themselves. This was a natural, genuine conversation. Nobody's trying to prove anything.
You sound like you got sold, bro.
Hey, what was it?
Like an asshole.
Hey, what was it they told? What was it at? What was they told us back at ADT? Oh, does the stripper? You think the stripper really likes you?
Yeah, exactly. See, the thing is, here's the thing too.
Hey.
Now, I always appreciate a sale.
I remember when I had my first stripper. All right. I thought, dude, there was a story. Man, it's a Patreon story. But we're going in tonight, I guess. Dude, my first ever time going to strip club, I get a stripper's number, right? And she's like, she told me, oh, you better call me, blah, blah, blah. We bonded over the fact that we both have worked at Amazon, and she was still working at Amazon. So I was like, same position as Toss. I'm like, oh, this girl's a hardworking girl, and she's a stripper, and she likes English. I'm an English tutor at the time. This is perfect. Pull up to her house to go to the date. She lives in the in the middle of nowhere in Riverside with like random ass roommates, 3 cats.
Hey, don't lie. That's
all
all
over
Riverside, bro. You know, you went to Colton. It wasn't no Riverside. You being kind.
Dude, there was I knew it was a red flag when I saw a porch. She had a porch in her house, you know, like back in those Westerns and stuff. We had the rocking chair and stuff. So I was like, where am I? And then I walk inside, cigarette butts all over the place. She had like a box of condoms with like 100 condoms in them. She had a stripper pole in the middle of her room, cats everywhere, roommates are kind of weird looking. And I was like, but I kept telling myself, you know, hey, it's cool. It's cool.
Shameless episode.
Then red flag, I saw this. Her hair was as long as mine, but at the club, it was way longer. So she had a wig on. I was like,
she had a weave on.
Then we went to Denny's because you don't want to eat, and you know, made out a little bit.
Still went?
Eat some pancakes. Hey, in my head, I'm rationalizing. Hey, this is cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. And
she had the weave on when you went out.
Yeah. And then dropped her off at Amazon, and then she said she's gonna hit me.
You gave her a ride
again.
to work?
Yeah. She said she was gonna hit me back up again. Never hit me up. Never saw her again. That was it.
Got a free ride though.
You got a free ride. She got a free meal.
Passed on the virus.
That was it, bro.
See?
But that's what I knew. That's what I knew.
I could admire that. I could admire
what
that.
They do.
No, but
I've been there before too.
See, this is the thing that I was talking about. What I can sort of like respect or appreciate. Notice the way that she sold you. She didn't have much.
That too. I can respect that.
She didn't have much, but she made it seem like she had a lot. You know, and then you ended up thinking whatever you wanted to think. You know, and she didn't oversell you. It was good enough. It was good enough for you. Yeah.
Back in the cut days, I'm guessing.
Hey,
exactly.
I mean, like they say in real estate, when you have a desperate buyer, you know, it's easy to sell if you have a desperate buyer. So it is what it is, bro. It is
Man.
But wasn't there a song like "I'm in love with a stripper" or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of rappers, we all Drake. He talks about this all the time too. Like, you know, I thought that was on "Over My Dead Body." CJ has that one line. You know, I thought I fell in love with at the strip club, but I was wrong though. That's what happened to me, bro. You know, nothing was the same.
Man.
Also, sounds
that's
like
why I don't go to strip clubs.
But here's the thing, and this is going to transition into my MVP of the week. We're going to get into it early this week. What you're saying, my MVP of the week, Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle, what is she, like the Duchess of London or England or whatever? And the reason from Suits, the actress from Suits and stuff. I mean, and even in Suits, she was like that. I mean, she was like, you know, half black.
She's pretty bad. Yeah.
Half white. Yeah, she's cool. But Meghan Markle, you look at her, like, she was probably destined to be like a pretty average actress. She was a TV star, you know, in a really popular series that's pretty much off the air now. Probably would have done a couple low-level movie spots, maybe another series here or there. And it would have been like a C-list, maybe B-list at best celebrity, had a couple kids, and that's it.
Yeah, Kerry Washington would have always been on top of her.
Same thing. But somehow,
Kerry Washington, though, rated. Kerry Washington, man.
She got that one face, though.
She got them lips, though.
She make that one face sometimes. It's like, yeah.
What, like the inflated duck face?
She was cool in Fantastic Four. She played that blind chick.
Man, we're reaching, bro. We're reaching.
Man, I was about to sound mad ignorant, bro. I was like, Storm? I was like, oh, wait, hold up.
Here's my thing about Meghan Markle, though. Meghan Markle played her average hand to get the Prince of England, right? So now that's what I'm impressed with. I'm like, she sold the Prince of England, and now they're getting Netflix deals. They're buying mansions in Beverly Hills. They're like revolutionizing how the royal family is looked at in England, and at some level fighting racism in England as well. She is now like probably at the highest level a woman can get in society. She is literally a princess, in a sense. That impresses me. Some of these strippers are like, okay, you're selling like desperate dudes on whatever, and like you're doing Uber now instead of learning how to like leverage OnlyFans as an actual professional stripper, but you're doing Uber, which doesn't really pay that well because you enjoy it. When if you had a pop in OnlyFans, you know you wouldn't be doing Uber right now. I'm not that impressed. But someone like Meghan Markle, how did you become a basic actress to the Queen of England, pretty much? In the matter of
you sound, hey, bro, you sound mad ignorant right now. You sound ignorant as hell, bro. Hey, this is the reason why you sound ignorant. Okay, what tools did Meghan Markle have? Okay, where's she coming out of?
Educate us, bro.
Most of these strippers, dude, most of these strippers aren't coming from an affluent family that put her into film school, that put her in a position to, you know, audition for this show or whatever. Most of these strippers and OnlyFans chicks, they're working with scraps. They're coming out of the rags.
Hold on.
I came out of the rags.
Hold on.
I
see where you're going with it,
that.
but I just said, and CJ, back me up on this if you know any other rappers. Drake, I'm not even, we'll stop at Drake. Drake, James Harden, some of these other guys. How many?
You can't just
hold on. Lou Williams, Jack Harlow. How many of these other high-profile dudes do these strippers get to meet? Listen to Selena Powell from No Jumper podcast. These girls.
I guess I get what you're saying, but
some people have their opportunities. They are in front of these dudes. You think Prince Harry and some of these other dudes never were with a stripper at all? Those strippers never had an opportunity to make more of their.
I get you're talking about it on a more like universal
you're
level.
Being unrealistic though.
No,
like,
I'm not.
You're just saying like you're just talking about in the sense of
dude,
like,
Cardi B was a stripper. No, hold on. Cardi B was a stripper. Now where's she at? Now where she's at?
She's with Offset.
Because she played her hand right. That's what I'm saying.
You mean Offset played his hands right? You mean Offset played
Cardi,
his
go
hands
right? Hold on. Let me pull this up, CJ. This dude.
Cardi B hustled.
Both you guys are talking
right now.
You guys are talking about two different things. Like Justice, you're talking about like on a more like universal like level.
Yeah, man, he's talking about like, oh, how come you strippers didn't get a prince? How come y'all didn't nab a prince? You think, man,
you're talking about like if you have the opportunity, like every girl has opportunity to, or not opportunity, but has had the opportunity.
I'm talking about a person that maximizes every opportunity.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like every opportunity that they have, that they try to maximize it to the best of their ability. Okay.
We're on the same
That's what I'm talking about.
Toss was just talking about that one stripper he met, like
no,
but I'm talking about within strippers. Justice is talking about like within like women, like everywhere, like not strippers or just doing whatever.
Well, here's what
Meghan Markle was never a stripper.
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying.
Just an actress.
But he's saying that he admires the stripper for her work ethic, right? And what I'm saying is, I don't admire her because I've seen.
You don't even know her.
Hold on, I've seen other women in her position do more with that position. So I'm like, just because you like work hard as a stripper, is not impressive. It's what you're able to like do with that position is impressive. You see what I'm saying? And Cardi B, stripper, is now a multi-million-dollar rapper married to another multi-million-dollar rapper as a stripper. So I'm like, okay, that's impressive. The girl who got knocked up by Drake, like, hey, she played her hand right, and now she's in a better position. But if you're a stripper and you just work hard as a stripper and you just like it, I'm like, okay, that's cool, but how are you different than a plumber? Or how are you different than like you selling cereal? I'm like, it's not that impressive.
Okay, so that right there, I agree with.
And let's
I
just
agree with
let me
that.
just
If
back this
you're
up for the
one-dimensional,
fans listening. Hold on, let me just back this up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Do you see Cardi B right here versus right here? You see what I'm saying? She wasn't always like that, but this girl here got Offset somehow, and I'm like, okay, that's impressive. I can be like, okay,
all
like,
right, let's get this straight. Let's get this straight. Offset got her. Okay,
Don't.
she was already
Did you
more
see this girl?
established.
Did
Hey
you
man,
see her?
hey, check this out. Check this out.
2016?
Check this out. Check this out. If it was Cardi B and Quavo, it'd be a different story. Okay. Then you know the roles might have been reversed. But Offset, I mean, he's the bass player of the Migos, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds so crazy right now. CJ, educate this.
Tell me if I'm wrong, man. What are you talking about?
Takeoff is
He's
the bass
He's
player.
a leader. Offset is a leader, bro.
Takeoff is the fall guy. He's the background dude.
Offset is a leader. Quavo is the one who sings and does all the hooks and shit. Offset
Hey, wait,
is
who's Cardi B with, man? I got it confused, bro.
Cardi B's with Offset, the leader.
He's not the leader, man. Quavo's the leader.
Quavo's not the leader.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not, bro.
Put it to a vote.
I would say Quavo's maybe more popular, but
Quavo's the more popular one because he's a singer, so he can get on hooks and all that. That's why he's the more.
Okay, he's the leader.
When they first came out, Quavo, it was Takeoff was a leader. It was Quavo and Takeoff Offset was a leader.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question. Remember that show Atlanta?
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah, when they were on the I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that episode?
Yeah.
Do you remember Offset having any dialogue whatsoever? Or
Who cares?
the other dude?
All right, what was the question initially? Cardi B is with Offset. Offset is a leader of Migos.
Offset is not the leader.
Also, I'll say this.
Quavo
has not done very well as a singles artist. He put out an album. He's put out multiple songs by himself. Not the same.
Exactly. Quavo is the hook guy. He's the hook guy.
The fact
same thing with the freaking Ray Shremmer, Sway Lee. He's just the hook guy. The other guy was leader, but Sway Lee is the
dude. You're wrong on Sway Lee. Sway Lee's that dude. Sway Lee,
because he's a singer. He can do hooks. If you can do hooks and you're in a group, you're more likely to continue.
Though. Like he's doing stuff. He has his own.
Because he can do hooks. So you have a better opportunity. People will more likely be like, yeah, I want to do a song with this person.
I feel like we're arguing two different points here, but yeah, you're right. I agree.
Look, we'll agree to disagree. We'll put it to a vote. Who's the real leader? Who's the real leader? Is it Quavo?
Y'all let us know. Y'all let us know down in the comments.
Well, here's the thing. Well, let me just settle this right now. We definitely want to hear what you guys have to say, but let me kind of switch it up.
I feel like you're not going to settle it, but go ahead.
Let me switch it up a little bit. I'll give you guys a different look. When you look at like Drake and Meek Mill, right? With Nicki Minaj's personality is very the only type of guy that she can really mess with is a guy who's really masculine, who's really alpha in a sense. Drake has shown time and time again that he's soft. He's very sensitive, and he likes to kind of like wife girls up a lot. Girl like Nicki Minaj, it's not gonna fly. So when I was a kid, when I was younger, like 2015 and stuff, I was like, oh, she should be with Drake because he's more popular. So why is she with Meek Mill? Now I understand why. And it's probably the same thing with the Migos is happening too. There's a reason why I've seen Cardi B in interviews and stuff like that. She says she likes to test dudes. She says she likes to like mess with dudes to see if they really do love her. Because if you actually love somebody, you wouldn't let someone just disrespect you. So she purposely tests dudes in a very like really messed up way. So the fact that she's with Offset tells me a lot about him, his nature, and how he likes.
You're talking about Nicki Minaj.
No, I'm talking about Cardi B now. Cardi B was actually in an interview with Vlad on Vlad TV saying like, I purposely test dudes to kind of see if they really like me for me, if they really like love themselves enough to not let me get away with stuff. So the fact that she's with Offset out of all the guys in the Migos, who probably all had a chance with her, tells me a lot about Offset's personality and how he kind of carries himself amongst his peers.
So you just proved my point. Okay? Cardi B got Offset. Or Offset was trying to pursue Cardi B. Cardi B was the one that was in the more powerful position. Okay? Because she was already established.
To be honest, I think Quavo had a shot at Cardi first, like when Cardi first came out.
I'm pretty sure a lot of dudes had a shot at Cardi first.
So how does that make it that
she was in a more powerful position? Because first of all, let's think about Cardi B. Okay, Cardi B is someone that's appealing to the whole like female population, clientele. You know what I'm saying? That's a large mass, a bigger mass than what Migos is appealing to.
Well, hold on though. The Migos discovered Cardi B, so let's just start it from there.
Okay, but the impact that Cardi B had was a bigger impact than Migos initially.
Oh no.
I don't know the history enough to.
The reason I say that is because when you think of Cardi B, hold on. Let me finish. When you think of Cardi B, okay, before her, what other artists can you think of that empowered stripping? That empowered that sort of, that type of not just stripping, but that type of, like attitude. Now women are being like, oh, I could,
everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Nicki Minaj, any female artist that comes out.
But
Beyonce.
Nicki Minaj wasn't an actual stripper though.
Yeah, she may be the first actual stripper. I may give you that.
Now that's a big factor.
They have plenty. Black China was out already. Like they have.
Man, who the hell cares about Black China, man? Nobody gives.
What you mean? Who cares about Black China? Obviously, Rob Kardashian cared about Black China.
Who the hell cares about
Tyga cared about Black China. Future cared about Black China. What you talking about? There were strippers. Hey, Cardi B was not the first.
Hold on.
Let's hold up there.
Let's say right now, man. Tyga. Okay, we'll make Future an exception. Okay,
we'll make Future an exception. Nah,
yeah, okay. Tyga and Rob Kardashian.
These chicks were popping off before Cardi.
Tyga, a lot of poor decisions. Okay, you talking about the sneakiest pedophile of all time. Okay, cool, fine.
I mean, if you really want to get literal, Kim K is the biggest. I mean, she made it cool. She made it okay. Put your body out there and go get your money
for free.
Okay, but is she an artist?
For free?
Is she an artist?
She made it so that she said, "I don't have to be an artist. I can just do it." Now you got all these people doing it. She's the one.
But she didn't start anything. No. Hear me out. Now Kim was a pioneer in a certain aspect where it's like she wasn't a pioneer as an artist. She was a pioneer as in like, oh, I'm out here hoeing. All right. Now I could do this and still stay relevant and still get these, this type of clout. It made it okay for, a certain amount of girls to think like, oh yeah, hey, get it how you can. These dudes are simps. It is what it is. We gonna come out here. We gonna start hoeing. Now Cardi B, she's an artist, but also a stripper. But she made it cool for girls, to a certain extent, to be a hustler, to have that hustler mentality to a certain extent, okay? That's what I'm talking about, man.
They come and they go, bro. They come, there's always someone hot.
Okay,
she was hot at the time, Migos bounced on it. That's how it works.
Okay, but Kim
Megan Thee Stallion. She was hot, now she's the newcomer. Who tried to pounce on it? Tory Lanez.
Dude, but I'm
the wrong way. That's just how it works.
I'm talking
about
not
a pioneer. She's not a pioneer.
I'm talking about
she was just
barrier breakers. Okay, Kim K didn't grind to get where she was at. She grinded on something else, but she didn't actually grind to get to where she was at. She just took some dick. That's it. Cardi B, she grinded. It was a genuine grind. She wasn't just going to, she wasn't just stripping. She was also taking that stripper money and reinvesting it into her music. She saw herself as, not as a one-dimensional type of thing.
And she grinded till she found a guy who was in the industry And she got him.
She didn't just do it for a dude, okay? She did it because she became self-made, all right? To the point where now this dude and some other dudes were competing with one another to get her. It wasn't her trying to get him. That's what I'm saying.
But she ended up getting him.
No, she ended up accepting him.
Okay, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter.
No, the reason why it matters is this. This is why it matters. Because the biggest thing is she was already established. Okay, we're kind of just refuting the premise of whether or not, you know.
What me and CJ are saying. She wasn't the Migos found her. They put her on. She wasn't already established.
She was established to a certain extent.
She had a name. She was somebody. Of course. It was like, obviously she's somebody enough for them to be like, okay, if we're fucking with her, like, who is she? Yeah, they looked her up. She's good. That's it. It's not like, oh, she's Madonna. We need to bag Madonna because, you know, if we bag Madonna, oh, she's Oprah. We need to get Oprah. It wasn't like that.
The impact she had, okay. Now the Migos may have given her the stage, but she performed the hell out of that stage.
You're trying to make it seem like I get what you're trying to say, but she's not on that level. She's not on that level. You're trying to compare her to, like, you're trying to say if someone bagged. Now, if Quavo was with Beyonce.
No.
Now you can say, oh yeah, Quavo got Beyonce. But it's Cardi B, like, she's not on that level of Beyonce.
Here's the thing that I'm saying. Okay, I'm talking about from a marketing perspective. This whole conversation started because I had admiration for somebody that knew how to market themselves optimally. Okay, they knew how to get the bag. That's what I appreciate. Whether you're a guy or a girl, doesn't matter. If you're about to hustle and you know how to hustle and you do what you can to get the bag, that's what I admire. That's what I appreciate. Now, Migos gave her the stage. Migos gave her the platform. How do you think she was able to market herself to get that platform from them? Exactly. I rest my case, man.
You're not right on this, dude.
I'm not trying to be right.
It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Yeah.
I'm not trying to be right. It does matter. We're not gonna act like it doesn't matter. It does matter.
I don't care if I were to get a girl or a girl got me. It really doesn't matter. I don't care.
So it isn't about you.
I kind of want
making it about you.
I guess. I want her to be.
I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it shouldn't matter. Like, is that something that matters to you? If you get it, like, what's the difference between you getting a girl and a girl getting you?
I mean, that doesn't matter to me, but it's just for the context of this conversation. Justice was trying to make it seem like, oh, you know, like women are always, you know, or like, you know, women are always sort of like
trying the end goal. The end goal should be, yeah.
No, I just say, like, if you're gonna admire somebody, admire someone who got more out of the position that they were in, not just someone who worked hard but they're still in the same place. That's all.
Hey, look, man. Here's the thing, man. Now you could talk about it.
Me, for instance, started out in Moreno Valley, now I'm in West Hollywood. That's admirable. But
that is admirable.
But if you take someone who's like started off in Riverside, worked really hard, and like maybe they're living on their own now, but they're still in Riverside, I'm like, I mean, all right, dude, like, it's cool. I'm glad you're working hard and you enjoy your life, but there's nothing impressive about that.
Let me establish this first and foremost.
A lot of people. I'm not saying working at Amazon.
I'm not saying this Uber chick. I'm not saying this Uber chick is the Michael Jordan of strippers. I'm not saying that. Okay, I just happened to come across somebody that's in the league.
Hold on, yeah, exactly. You found the Alex Caruso. You found the Alex Caruso of strippers, and now you're acting like, oh my God, Alex Caruso is so cool. Like, all right, that's cool.
Alex Caruso
what about
isn't
Damian
cool?
Lillard, the guy who came from
Alex Caruso isn't okay.
Now he's an all-star.
We all know Alex Caruso is not Damian Lillard, but we're not gonna act like we weren't wowed by Alex Caruso when we were just like, this this dude that looks like a mailman just dunk on this other dude? This dude that looked like, you know, he works at a retirement home just broke somebody's ankles? You got to admire that. Underdogs. There you go. You got to admire somebody that's an underdog. Didn't have all the tools. Came from the rags. But, you know, hustled their way. Okay. Didn't let life circumstances overwhelm them.
Is the girl you're talking about cute?
Huh?
Is the girl you're talking about cute? The stripper that you met?
She's decent.
Nah, see, that's another.
No.
So all the words you're using to describe her makes sense.
Okay, hold on.
You can't turn a hoe into a housewife, bro. There's a difference. There's a difference between.
Why did you bring that up?
There's a difference between the stripper who strips, and there's this difference between the stripper who strips just for the money.
Hold on,
CJ. Wait, Toss. I'm impressed now. Now I'm impressed. You should have led with this, actually.
Okay.
If this is the base, let's just say this girl's I can't use numbers. Let's just say this girl is okay looking. Not the greatest looking girl in the world. Average everything. If she's doing above average as a stripper and she's a very average looking girl and she's older, now I'm kind of impressed because now I'm like, oh, wow, you have to be a good conversationalist. You have to give off a vibe to make guys want to look.
And she got 2 kids.
Money.
And 2 kids.
Okay, and she has kids. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, you should have led with that. Because you're acting like me and CJ are thinking this girl is pretty attractive, and I'm like, why is she getting average results? And you're admired that. If this girl is average looking, and I look at her, I'm like, you look like you are an elementary school teacher, yet you do this and you make a certain amount of money profitably. Now I'm a little more impressed.
This is where the miscommunication came into play, okay? You guys were sexualizing everything, all right? I'm talking about from a hustler mentality, all right? We all go through life. We all have our own circumstances and variables that we're dealing with all the time, but we still grind. We still go through the next day. We don't get overwhelmed by the circumstances. We're like, okay, another day at work. Let's go. Mamba mentality, all right? I'm going to keep on carrying on. I'm going to get this bag. Oh, what? My car broke down? It's all good. I'm going to figure it out. But I still got to get this bag. I still got to bake this bread. I still got to put it in the oven. I got to slice it. Okay? I got to get it done before the end of the day, before the end of the week. All right? Because sometimes we don't have the ability to do it at the end of the day, but we do it, we get it done. That's what I'm talking about. That's it. Stop. I mean, and I'm kind of mad at CJ for what he just said too. Like, you had to take it there. Come on, man. Of course.
I'm saying you can't turn the hoe into a housewife. There's a difference, man.
Of course not.
We don't know how long if she's doing it forever. It's like, well, I don't know.
Who's doing this? Who's doing this? Lifestyle. Who's trying to turn a hoe into a housewife? Who is that guy?
I mean, the saying still stands. Like, it's still, he's not lying.
He's not.
I don't think he's accusing you either, but, you know.
I guess I was a little, because Justice took it to one place, and then CJ took it to another place. I'm like,
we finally come full circle on this. Now that we know, you clarified the point you were trying to make. So we have a better understanding what you were trying to say now.
Dude, this is what this podcast is all about, man. We got to stick to the thematic elements of what this podcast is about. Also, hashtag feminism, man. Both of you guys, stop objectifying women, bro.
Hey, I love women,
Please.
Bro. Not hashtag feminism. No.
I mean, you know what? Trying.
Oh, man. This is a Patreon discussion.
Hey, y'all just got a sneak peek. Y'all just got a sneak peek at this Patreon stuff, man.
This was light,
you know what's crazy, though?
This was a light version.
Yo. You want to hear something crazy, though? Mm-hmm. You know the sentence, don't objectify women? Mm-hmm. It has the word woman as the object.
It's like an English teacher joke.
And just to clarify, when I say no to hashtag feminism, it doesn't mean I don't like women. It means no to feminism. It just means I'm not about the extreme stuff. Okay.
To kind of add on to CJ's point, I think instead of just saying no to feminism because the soundbite sounds terrible, I would just say we're for
No
equality.
to no to feminazism. No to feminazism. That's the extreme.
We're for equality.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm for equal rights for everybody, not for more rights on either side. Like Black Lives Matter. I don't necessarily want there to be black supremacy. I just want an equal playing field. Just everyone follow the same rules. That's it. We're not saying so. I don't really want females to be treated better than men, but I say, hey, they should get paid the same or whatever. Like it should be equal. Why is it different? So we're not feminists.
I mean, let's not get it twisted, man. I mean, if you play in the WNBA, you play in the NBA, you know. Never mind, man.
And your profession, depending on your profession.
Yeah. But it's fair.
Profession, performance.
If men watch sports and men don't want to watch the WNBA, why should you get paid more? No one's watching.
Yeah. So, but if a woman is freaking busting her ass making a bunch of sales and deals while another guy is not doing it, she should get paid more.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So we're here. It's just all about equality. It's not about one group over another group.
Yeah. So hashtag feminism, but also hashtag don't get crazy. Put it right there.
Oh man. Man, I don't even know where to go after that. I took the show in a completely different direction than I expected.
What's CJ's MVP?
Yeah, you had your MVP, so I'm gonna get my MVP.
Who you got?
Since we're on the topic of Black Lives Matter, man, just a couple people, to send a shout out to in the community who've been trying to help out. First off, I want to take it over to this group of families over in Tomsboro, Georgia. They bought an acre of a big 97 acres of land.
Okay.
To create like a little town for Black people, like a safe haven for Black people. Yeah. So some group called the Georgia Initiative. They bought 97 acres of land.
Wow. A lot of land.
Yeah, to kind of build, to make a safe haven for Black people. So shout out to them. Just trying to help out the community.
Hey, go check out the comment section of the post that you put on there, man. It's actually pretty hilarious. Because there's always those people on there that are just like, oh, but if white people try to do this, then they couldn't, yo, man. Really? There's always people like that out there. Shit's crazy.
Also, more people trying to help out in the Black community. Master P, he's trying to, how Uncle Ben's and Aunt Jemima, they got rid of them because they're like, oh, it's offensive. So Master P is trying to come out with his own brand called Uncle P. So he has Uncle P rice, Uncle P grits,
syrup,
Uncle P syrup.
Wow.
And it's a real thing. They got some pictures and everything. The boxes got his face on the box and everything. So
where do we buy it?
Supposed to be dropping. So it's supposed to be in stores. It's supposed to be an actual brand. So, I mean, I don't know who's cooking it. I don't know where it's coming from, but we're going to see.
Hey,
the Black community going to see.
Hey, is he going to bring back ICDC College?
And lastly, the main MVP, the man, a big staple in the Black community for, I'd say, entertainment, art, since I've been growing up. Mr. Tyler Perry officially becomes a billionaire. So congrats to him, and we hope he puts that money in the right places, continue to make. I mean, I don't think his movies are good, but I get the point of his movies. But yeah, let's continue to put that money into the Black community, man. So.
Yeah, shout out to Tyler Perry, man. I mean, I saw that he became a billionaire as well, like the LA Times, and they credited that to becoming mostly like owning the rights.
Yeah, owning his own stuff.
His studio and like his TV shows, stuff like that. So really cool. Like similar thing with Oprah too. Like she actually owns a lot of like the studio and like she owns the rights to her show and stuff like that. So it really just shows you like, yo, when you own your masters and your equipment and stuff like that, you know, you can really maximize on the value of it.
Yo, don't you think one of them or like a couple of them should team up and just buy the Knicks?
Not for sale.
No.
It's not for sale.
You think it's possible?
Dude, if the Knicks were for sale, it would have been bought already. Trust me. They're the most popular franchise in sports, I believe.
But what if they have so much power that somehow James Dolan got the coronavirus again?
It would have been done
Fortunately. Well, let's just say he happened to be in a certain area of Brooklyn or Harlem, went out to go eat, I don't know. Unfortunately, ate something that he shouldn't have been eating. Unfortunately, has a health problem. Unfortunately, passes away. Now the Knicks are for sale.
I'm sure he has a will somewhere for his kid.
I mean, anybody would be a better owner at this point.
Look, Knicks fans, I'm trying for you
Knicks aren't going to
guys.
be cheap, though.
I'm just throwing ideas out there, man.
You're talking about easy.
Probably be Spike Lee.
I mean, you're talking about $10 billion easy. Maybe starting price for the Knicks. Like, that's a lot of money. I'm not sure.
How much does Oprah have?
She's a billionaire. I was listening to an interview with Kanye West this week, and he was saying that he's a multi-billionaire. So I'm not really sure exactly the level that.
You can't really be too sure what Kanye's saying sometimes. I don't know.
But Kanye does actually have a couple like businesses that could be billion-dollar businesses. The Yeezy deal with Adidas could easily be a billion-dollar business. The Gap deal could easily be a billion-dollar business. His music career could easily be a billion. You see what I'm saying? Like, he actually does have a lot of stuff that I'm like, all right, that could easily like stack up really, really well for you.
Yo, you ever think like maybe the Kardashians try to send Kanye to like the sunken place, and that's why he was like bugging out? Like you know when he's talking about like he's off the meds or whatever.
The Kardashians aren't white.
Well, Jenner is. Kris Jenner is white.
They're not white.
Kris Jenner is white. The dad was Armenian, and the dad's
But they're not.
Yo. Okay, so check this out. The dad was Armenian, but the dad passed away, and then Bruce Jenner came in, and Bruce Jenner took over that family.
White dude.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah, but now the family is technically a white family because being run by Bruce Jenner. So what's to say Bruce Jenner didn't do something to, you know, the original dad to take that place? I don't know, man.
He's not about that life, bro. He ain't running anything in the house, bro. It's all Kris. Kris is like the one pulling all the strings. But I'll say this though. Does
Kris have a SB?
Yeah, did Kris do a sex change and then play a female sport to win that SB?
I mean, he got it how he got it.
Anyways, the Kardashians, you can't look at them all the same. Like, Kim's actually gotten a lot of even black people out of jail, and she's actually gotten, this is random, it's super random. My allergist told me this, that there was a genocide in Armenia from Turkey, and it was never acknowledged by America. And Kim actually got America to acknowledge it and Turkey to apologize, like, nationally for it. So now in the school, I don't know, but now there's like an Armenia Day where that America recognizes that sort of Holocaust, where like a couple.
Yeah, man, people talking about oh, Beyonce's the queen. Kim K is the queen.
Kim's actually like the family. They have a lot of good that they've done that's overshadowed by a lot of the drama.
Put respect on the name. People see these women try when they see another girl doing good, going up in the ranks, they start hating. Even when the girl doesn't do anything, man.
Kim's
takes
in
me
law
to it.
school. Kim's in law school right now. As a mom of four kids.
Dude,
Why I'm
imagine
trying to
imagine being
take
in a
off the
law
creep.
class with Kim Kardashian, bro. Imagine being in the same class as Kim Kardashian, bro.
Man, you know, I need to. This isn't Patreon.
Dude, also, shout out to Kim Kardashian. Apparently, she's starting her own like Martha Stewart business where like she sells like household things like pots and pans and stuff like that.
See?
And so that's another thing for these guys that they're getting into. She's gonna become the new Martha Stewart. So I'm like, dang.
I'm all for it.
Shout out, hey.
I'm about to give my girl some Skims. I said, hey, shout out to those Skims, man. Kim, send me a package if you're listening to this, so I can, send my lady some skimwear. I want to see them in there, So.
I just realized
while we're on the Kardashians, I do want to point out our boy Devin Booker going down a weird road right now that I told you guys about a couple weeks ago.
What do you mean?
Dude, let me pull this up.
Took a hike. Okay, cool.
We got the clip. We got the TMZ right here.
Took a clip. He took a hike. He's just in the tabloids because he's with her. That's it.
What do you do? He nabbed what? He nabbed a Jenner?
Man, he do nothing.
He's been spotted again, hanging out with this time. I think it was.
That doesn't mean nothing, bro. Like
exactly.
She hung out with Jordan Clarkson. She hung out with like a bunch of other dudes. It doesn't matter, bro.
Double dating with pals.
Okay, they're dating. Cool.
Now here's my problem with this. This boy's an up and coming star in the league, and I can't have him being like Ben Simmons. Don't want to end up like Tristan Thompson.
See, he did it right though. He did it right though. He waited till he's already a star. These other dudes, we hyped up. They did it right before they actually solidified themselves. Devin Booker's already scored 60. He already has the third best, highest scoring game in the league. Like, he don't need to. He's cool. Bro. People know who he is.
Bro.
That's why.
People knew who Chris Humphries was at one point in time too.
Nah, okay? We still don't know who he is, man. We still don't know who he is.
Don't say that, bro. Come on, man.
We still don't know who he is.
Bro, yeah. I'm just saying, I want my boy to be more careful. He's going down a path right now. I'm saying the facts, dude. I'm just saying
do your thing, Buck. Do your thing, Buck.
Don't be surprised if he moves to a more high-profile team.
Has Devin Booker already got his contract yet?
I don't think so. I think he can still, but maybe next year he can maybe opt out or something. I think he's still on the rookie deal.
So it is a little bit in the danger zone, though.
So he may be moving to a more high-profile team pretty soon.
Cool. Yeah, but okay. So if he hasn't played his contract season yet, and now albeit the whole Kendall thing is probably nothing. She hangs out with everybody. Okay. She's always trying to get some clout. Oh, Booker's hot. Oh, cool. Let me go get some,
Pretty sure she was with Ben Simmons at one point.
She was with
Blake
a lot
Griffin.
of dudes,
She was with Blake Griffin.
And now where are those guys?
Okay, what?
Bruh.
Blake Griffin's still cool.
Check this out, dude. She hung out with them. Ben Simmons came to LA one time, went to Mr. Chow's, and they hung out. All good. Jordan Clarkson happened to play for the Lakers. They hung out. All good. This dude came down to LA. They hung out. Everybody comes to LA.
No.
Exactly.
It's about hanging out, bro. Stop saying hanging out. We know what was going on. Let me put that into context for you. Dating Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons at the time was said to be, hey, the second coming of LeBron. Now what do we say?
Stop it.
Oh, we don't know what happened.
Stop it.
He may have to be traded on the team.
Not the same player,
okay.
Exactly.
Question marks. Then
Toss what you just said. And
he's stretching.
No, Toss what you just said. And what you just said, Toss. But in a different way though. They're not the same player. As in, it depends on the type of person you are. Now, let me tell you this. Okay, Justice, since you want to talk like,
dude, we can go through every one of the relationships.
You keep saying this. So you're telling me you're a professional basketball player. You're cool, right? You're established. You start dating Kendall. Now you start declining in some way. You start getting emotional or stuff off the court is affecting your game. That's you. If you're the type of dude who lets that stuff affect you and mess up your game, that's you. If you are affected by relationship issues and stuff like that, or, oh, I'm with a high-profile girl, I can't handle this, oh, the limelight is affecting you, that's you. Some dudes, they're built for that. If I'm with a girl like that, okay, who cares? I'm still performing on the court. Oh, I'm with Kim K. Oh, I'm with the hottest. I'm with Rihanna. Oh, dude is trying to get on my girl. Oh, dude, she's telling me, oh, guys are hitting me up on Instagram. It's cool. I'm at practice. Hit me up later. That's how it is.
Look,
It just depends. We're different players. We're different players.
Yo. Hey, let's go down the line. Let's go down the line of who's been with the Kardashian. Okay. Now let's psychoanalyze each one of
Exactly. Tristan Thompson, a lame.
Hold on. Let me walk.
Lamar Odom. Hey, we love Lamar. But hey, we always knew he was that type of dude.
He's an emotional dude. He's an emotional dude.
He was that type of dude.
For
he
sure.
was that type of dude. Back when he was on the Clippers. He was already in LA.
Hold on. Let me give the context here. Let me walk through all these different guys for you guys.
Okay.
You guys must
Rashad McCants was already
all these dudes look lame.
You guys must
Rick Fox, we love you too, but we knew he was that type of dude.
Let me hold on. Give me 1 second.
We knew he was a pretty boy.
Oh yeah.
All of these people. Hey. This too. All of these people. Basketball was not the. They didn't have the same level of passion for basketball.
None of these dudes are stars. None of these dudes are like superstars.
This is one we want right here.
Okay, cool.
Hold on. Let me scroll through this. Let me get back to the top.
Isn't Jordan Clarkson like having like? Did he just come off like a really good season?
Yeah, he's still doing good. He's still doing good though.
Okay.
It just depends on the type of dude you are.
So the first dude, right? Lamar Odom, all-star before the Kardashians. Champion.
He was never an all-star.
Kardashians. What happens after? Mental hospital. Lost his career.
But we're talking about the type of dude. We're not talking about we're talking about what type of dude are you?
Bro, you talking about you gonna act like getting traded to Dallas didn't have anything to do with that? You think it was all Chloe?
Yes. Bro, I'm talking about.
Bro.
Listen. I'm gonna walk through all the different players.
I disagree.
This one I have to disagree with. No, here's my only argument. I'm saying before they met the Kardashians, before they got in that relationship, these dudes were all on the rise or already at a star level in their basketball careers, and their stats showed it. Once they started dating the Kardashians and after the relationship ended,
not all these guys.
Everything went down.
What are you talking about, bro?
Every single one.
No one's disagreeing with you. No one's disagreeing with you. But what we're saying is it depends on the type of dude. Now, all that can be true.
Lamar Odom was an all-star before that.
All that can be true, but you can't blame it. You can't blame it on the Kardashians.
Let me correct a couple of things because Justice is putting out false stuff right now. Hey, first of all, bro, you just going over the context,
Jordan
man.
Clarkson was a rising star in Los Angeles.
He's still good. He's still good.
Conspiracy theory, bro.
What happened with James Harden, huh? What happened with James? What you gonna say? What you gonna say? You just skipped over him. You just skipped over, bro. What you gonna say?
I never saw it. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, remember when he had that little thing with Chloe? Yeah, he had that little thing with I
see what you're trying to do, Justice, we see what you're trying to do. You're trying to start your own conspiracy.
These are the tabloids, man. These are the tabloids,
it's all
bro.
good, man. You're not the first one that tried to do this,
never heard of him. So most of
exactly. It's about
nobody.
It's about the person.
I haven't heard his name in a long time, huh?
Yeah, because he already got the bag. He don't care.
It's about the person. It's about the person.
Was a star before this?
Yeah, we still hear about him, man. He's over there doing this comedy thing. He's doing this comedy thing, bro.
I'm just saying. Here's all these dudes that they've killed the careers of.
No. These dudes messed up their own careers. They messed up their own careers. Don't blame it on the women, man. If you let the women mess up their career, whose fault is it really? Whose fault is it really?
Hey, man, where's all this hate coming from, Justice?
I'm just looking at the facts, dude. That I give you guys.
No, these ain't no facts
to look at.
It's because he has a place for. It's because Kanye.
Name one NBA relationship that's worked out after they dated their Kardashians, or even during.
Name an NBA relationship that works out. Period.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It don't matter. It's about the player. It's about the player.
Kobe.
That's a different story. That's a different story. Okay, and even then, weren't there issues?
Steph and Aisha Curry.
I mean, but they
had
issues too.
Relationship.
We're not talking about we are not talking about high school sweethearts and I just came into the league with my boo. We're talking about
Dwayne Wade.
I'm in the league. I'm in the league. We're talking about dudes like Kyle Kuzma, all this of a sudden with Vanessa Hudgens. We're talking about that. We're talking about dudes who just came into the league and now they're with high profile women. We're
Justice.
talking about rookies.
Justice.
We're not talking about
If you want,
established. I came in.
Just if you want,
like
we
that.
could go through each single one of those people and debunk every single one of those. If you want,
We
you want to
just
do
did,
that,
bro.
we could do. No, it's not a valid. It's not a valid point that you're making.
Here's what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying these guys were either peaking in their career or already at a star level, and then once they started dating the Kardashians, you haven't heard from them at all, or they just dropped off massively.
But it's not because of the Kardashians, though.
Yeah, you're not taking into context the other things that went on. Lamar Odom, for example, did he date a Kardashian? Yes. Did he get traded from LA to Dallas and that started a whole, downward spiral? Also, yes.
Even before that, he was already kind of like, that's why it was like, okay.
Yeah. And he also lost his infant child before that. He was already in the fields of all that stuff.
You're right. But what I'm saying is, when all that stuff happened bad for these guys, was our Kardashian involved in a relationship?
Now, here's what I can. Here's the only thing that I can endorse for you. All right. Here's the only premise. If the Kardashians are a clan of witches, okay. If they are secretly a clan of organized, people that partake in witchcraft and Santeria, then you know what? Then you may have a valid point. If all these coincidences and unfortunate events start to
come cast a spell on me.
Hey, careful what you wish for, bro.
Hey,
careful what you wish for, man. It's all fun and games till man, I don't even want to go into it.
I'm just saying, bro. There's a trap.
It's all fun and games till they pull out that Ouija board.
I can't make it up, bro. I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. So
let's establish this too.
I'm not saying it's their fault, but what I am saying is, when all the negative stuff starts happening, at some level, they were always involved before that stuff started happening.
Okay, but you're not making a valid point as to what they actually did, what they actually, what type of impact they did to cause.
Am I a fucking
decline?
Like a mind reader? Do you think I watch E-News all day to figure out these people's relationships?
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying.
They were a part of it.
I'm saying.
They're a constant denominator.
Okay, the only way you have a case is if you implement the variable of supernaturalism. All right, you're just saying, oh, the Kardashians were there. I don't know. Same thing with like JF Kennedy. Oh, well, hey, what about Tower 7? You're just making these.
I just showed you 9 players in the NBA, all at different levels in their careers, and all doing well before they met a Kardashian. Then after a relationship with a Kardashian, their career went down.
And to that, I told you, if you want to go through them one by one, I can debunk it with adding context to each situation.
No, you can't. Not in the.
Yes, I can.
No, not.
If you really want to do it, we can do it.
Because you're not listening.
I am listening.
You're not. My only argument is, before all the negative stuff that you're going to try to debunk came up, they were dating the Kardashian.
Okay, but you're just saying they were dating a Kardashian, but you're not saying what the Kardashians actually did.
It doesn't matter. All I'm saying
it does matter.
It's weird. There's a pattern and trend that after these NBA players stopped dating the Kardashian, or even during, their career went down.
Then the only way,
it doesn't matter how it went down exactly. I just see there wasn't one NBA player that I can point to who dated a Kardashian whose career didn't go down the drain.
Okay, so what are you saying? Are they witches? Are they casting some sort of sorcery on these dudes that they dated?
There's a pattern.
It's not their fault.
Hey, okay. And also, if I was an NBA player, I would not be dating them.
Hey man, you sound like Alex Jones.
I'll still be cool.
Bro, you
I'll still be cool. I'll still be putting up. I'll still be averaging about 36, 37 a night.
Man, shut up, bro. Shut up, man. Get the hell out.
Now you want to hate. Now they want to hate.
Man. We're not hating, man. Don't get ridiculous.
I can't say I'm gonna average 36, 37. I can't
never average 36, nothing like that. You see,
I know how Trump feels. I can't even say anything. They just attack me.
36.
I can't say I can't be great.
I'm not gonna hate on you.
Three-point.
I can't put a level for myself. Can't I just,
bro? I'm not gonna.
Cool.
You're the homie, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay,
cool.
when I get ridiculous.
Sometimes I go too far, but that's.
Do you know how many points you just said you're averaging more than actual NBA superstars right now?
I like to shoot for the moon, man.
It's very rare that most people average over 27. You said 36. Michael Jordan averaged 36 like 1 year maybe.
I'm having a good year because of the Kardashians. That's probably why. That's probably why.
All right, guys, we're gonna end this episode.
Wait, what? We're just gonna end it? I thought we had more.
Nah, this is it for this one.
What about my MVP of the week, man? We didn't even get to my MVP of the week, man. What the hell, bro?
Who do you got, real quick?
Man, go to my MVP of the week, man. It's probably the most important one.
Ooh.
I put a video on there.
Oh, okay. I thought these were both CJ. Let's see.
Very important stuff, especially in this climate. Put up on the board, man.
Hold on, I'm trying to open the video.
You slipping, bro. What, you dating a Kardashian?
Hold on, bro. I got a lot of tabs open right now.
Uh-oh.
I got your mom on one tab. I got you guys on the other tab.
That was terrible, man. That was just, you tried to just, man, that was so uncreative, bro.
Okay, what are we watching?
It's real life, man. Check it out.
All right, Superman, you step from the vehicle, please. We'll be searching it for smell of marijuana in the vehicle. Huh? You smell marijuana?
Smell marijuana? How you
I don't even smoke. I got burnt Cardi, so you don't smell marijuana, sir.
You just seen him smoke a cigarette.
You see me smoke a cigarette. Hey, record that. Keep that thing recorded.
Like, come on now.
You're not getting permission to search the car, and I'm not. Sir, I'm on arrest. Okay, so keep that camera on him. So, okay, you see my hand right here,
For what?
So, okay, he said he smelled marijuana in the car, which y'all just seen that I was smoking a cigarette. I don't smoke on marijuana because I got burned catties and I got paperwork to say that I got burned catties. Step out of the vehicle, you can record all you want. Sir, if I don't have to step out of the car, I'm not stepping out of the car, sir. Step out of the car. I like the supervisor. I like to request the supervisor. I like to request the supervisor. That's going to be me removing you from the vehicle. This is a simple search of the vehicle because of the smell. Oh, no, why would I let you search?
Look at this dude cop-splaining.
Consent for you to search the vehicle for speeding? You will stop me for speeding.
Sir, I know my rights, sir. My uncle's the deputy. He's a trooper, sir. He a trooper, sir. I just told you that, sir. Matter of fact, I want to have this on camera.
Consent to a search for a speeding ticket. Because I got to get to work. I got to go to work.
I request the supervisor. I like the physical stuff. It's all on camera. I want a lawsuit anyway. My hands up. I ain't causing him no harm. I don't smoke.
This dude said I want a lawsuit anyway.
What? Hey, exactly. Notice a couple of important things right there, man. Because a lot of us, we tend to get intimidated or scared when we're in the presence of in a situation like that. It can be a very scary situation sometimes, especially notice the cop too. All right. Now this all traces back to being Machiavellian because you got to be somebody that's socially savvy. The reality of the situation is most of these cops, good amount of them, they don't have control over their emotions. The one thing that they can't control is the law. The dude knew his rights. Once, if you watch the whole video real quick, just finish the video and we'll call it an episode.
Marijuana. He did not smell no marijuana in here because I just smoked a cigarette. So how you gonna smell marijuana if I smoke a cigarette? Sir, I'm not giving you consent to search the car. Sir, I'm not getting out the car willingly, sir. If you snatch me out the car, that's fine too, because it's all on camera. And guess what, sir? And another thing, I'm gonna be very respectful. I'm gonna keep it nice, calm, long talk. You do not smell no marijuana in here, sir. No marijuana in here,
It's
sir.
not no marijuana in
No
this
marijuana
car.
smell in here, sir. My girl,
There's
right here.
not even no smell in this car.
I got
for
burned
marijuana.
catties. How could I smoke marijuana,
But
sir?
I'm
I'm
trying
not
to get
giving
to
you consent.
work. I'm trying to
I'm
get
not
to
giving
work.
you
And I do
consent.
not
I know
live.
my rights, sir. You can't move me. I ain't these stupid black dudes out here. Keep that camera rolling, baby. My hands up. I ain't calling him no threat, but he got to grab no
smell
weapon.
of marijuana in this
He
car.
do not smell no marijuana, and I got my girl right here to state that I do not
There's
smoke.
not no smell of marijuana in this car, period.
I do not smoke. I am in college.
I'm
in
trying to
college.
get to work. I got to get to work.
I do not smoke no weed. I'm not giving him consent to search my car. I'm not getting out the car willingly to snatch me out, which I would like a lawsuit on you anyway. So, sir, I'm not giving you consent. My hands is right here. I'm not giving him consent to search my car, sir.
There's not no smell of
I'm not
marijuana in
getting
this car,
consent to
period.
search my car, sir, because you don't smell no marijuana in this car, sir. They think you stupid. See, that's what they think. They think we stupid. They think we don't know our rights. They think we don't know our rights.
That you know your rights.
They don't think we know our rights.
You're right.
I need to get to work, sir. Are you giving me a ticket for speeding or what?
Okay, hold on.
Marijuana in this car.
I got this all on camera. What is we pulled over for, sir?
Sir,
What is we pulled over for, sir?
68 to 50.
68, which they owned up the our ticket.
I gotta get to work. I don't
And my God, it's late for work. He was right here pulling over. I'm not giving him consent to search my car.
There's
I'm
nothing
not
here,
getting
and I'm
out
not
the car
getting no consent
willingly.
search.
You
No
can
car.
snap me out.
Because I need to get to work.
Okay, so no. Man, come over here.
So I don't get a
Nah,
ticket.
they think we stupid. Go. They think we stupid. He said we could go. He said we
I'm
could go.
sorry.
Everything will be warning.
He said we could go. Come on, man. I don't like that. That's what I don't like. They trying to do. They be stupid. Every black person ain't stupid. We ain't all stupid. We go. Come on, man. We not stupid. We not stupid. Come on, man.
Give him a quick like.
Always record the police. Always record the police. They never taught us about our rights in school. They taught us about some stupid stuff in American history, but they don't teach you how to not get killed. Most of these cops, egotistical. Notice how the dude tried to intimidate them to get out the car. Now we're all, when we watch the news, when we see, people getting shot and killed, we're all, we're all easily succumbing to a mentality of like a sheep mentality of like, oh, we just got to do as they say. Do as they say because we don't really know our rights. Now somebody can violate your rights. Now they could do an illegal search in your car. Now they could plant drugs. Now they could do this. They could do that. They control the police reports. They could do whatever the hell they want. It's their word against yours. The luxury in this situation is the dude his uncle was a deputy. So he had some sort of, he had somebody within his family that educated him on knowing his rights. Key words. Why am I being pulled over? What's the reason? It's called a RAS. Reasonable, articulable suspicion. Are you going to let the cops get their way and continue to, continue to maintain the type of like society that we have right now where it's like, oh, do as I say, we have the power? Or are people going to start to realize what their rights are and not give them the satisfaction? That's all I'm saying, man. Always record the police. Unless you have your phone in your pocket, don't move.
Yeah, I
Always
mean,
record the police.
definitely a good video to bring up to kind of illustrate that point. I think that makes sense. And to your point too, like I think, yeah, it's true. Like if we don't actually really know, what rights you have, what you can say, what you can't say. But another thing to point out in this video, it wasn't just him in the car. Like sometimes when it's just you by yourself, like it's a little harder to kind of pull that move where it's like, okay, I'm just going to record you. But if you have your, someone else in the car and they can record, and like, it's a little bit easier to kind of pull that off a little bit. So I would throw that caveat out there. But in terms of just being educated on your rights in general, like I think you're totally right. That's something that everyone can kind of do.
So more often than not, you're going to be in a scenario where you're going to be by yourself. Your phone is still a camera. Most of these cops, they don't like cameras. Why don't they like cameras? Because they know that's their kryptonite. If you're recording, especially if you're live streaming it, as a matter of fact, if you're by yourself, even if you're recording, just tell them you're live streaming it. You got 200 people watching right now, and watch how they switch up. Because if you don't record the cops, If they know there's no camera going on, they'll tell you there's a body cam. But if you don't see that black thing blinking red, you don't do shit. Always record the cops.
Yeah, fair enough. I think it's a good way to kind of end it. Okay, cool. This was cool. Episode 6 got a little bit more raw than we had anticipated, but it was a good one. So this was fun. Now definitely, if you guys haven't already joined, definitely hit up the Patreon. That's where it gets lit. That's where we get into some more juicier topics where you're able to kind of let loose and kind of give you guys some censored opinions. But cool. Everyone stay well, and we'll see you guys next week.
Free Bobby Shmurda.